Hi everyone, Linda from Let's Talk Prepping. And you've been forewarned. And I looked up the definition of forewarned, and it's meaning informed of danger or possible problem. And some people are saying, oh, we've been warned for years. We've been told that this is going to happen, that the debt is too big, the dollar is going to fall apart. It's never happened before, so it won't happen again. And of course, most people say things aren't going to change. And the mainstream media is not mentioning any of this. So most people really do go about their lives and just don't even think about what's happening. But let's think about it. What have we been forewarned about? Well, food shortages, very definitely. I mean, have you gone and looked at the price of a can of tuna? Used to be $1 only a year or so ago. Now it's close to $2 most places. They say the price of cocoa has gone up. Vinegar, there's a shortage. You can't find any vinegar in some of the places. What about India saying they're not going to export rice anymore? And they export about 40% of all the rice in the world. What's that going to do to rice and to other grains? Wheat. Ukraine is not exporting wheat. Russia's stopped that agreement. We've got the drought in the Midwest where we're not going to have corn or oats or wheat or winter wheat. We just have all kinds of things going on now in terms of food. We've got the powers to be trying to stop us from eating meat. And we've got the naysayers who say, oh, we've always been told there's been food problems in Africa and other nations, and it's never happened here. Well, I think it's going to happen here. We're closer than ever. Then what else do we have we been warned against? Well, we've been warned that the BRIC nations now are going to have their own currency. Whether they have it August 22nd or at a later date, they really are going to put out a new currency backed by gold and commodities. What's that going to do to the dollar? Well, one thing that could happen is they could say the dollar has lost so much value, we're going to usher in the CBDCs, the digital currency, central bank digital currencies. And we're going to eliminate the dollar. And we're going to eliminate, or because the dollar isn't worth anything, all the money that's in your account. And if you want that guaranteed income, you're going to have to sign up for the central bank digital currency. And if you want that income, you're going to have to go live in a 15-minute city. So it's all interrelated. Will the BRICS put out their new currency? Yes, they probably will. Will we have a digital currency eventually? How soon? I don't know. But it's another thing we've been warned about. It's not something that people are guessing. And then we have our electric grid. We've been told there are going to be rolling blackouts. We've had blackouts and power outages because of the extreme heat. And they're pushing electric vehicles. Think if everyone got an electric vehicle, you wouldn't be able to charge it because not even counting that our grid is not capable of charging all of these vehicles, but it's just so old and antiquated that it's probably going to fall apart before long if it can't even survive during the extreme heat. So we're going to have rolling blackouts. And I'm not even talking about EMPs or sabotage where they attack the grid. We're not even talking about that, but just talking about everyday usage of the powers. So again, what do we have? We have the food shortages, so you should be prepping food. We've got the BRIC nations coming out and our central bank digital currency, so you should be prepping food. So you try to stay out of that as long as you can. And there is some kind of a world currency now, a world digital currency, the world coin or something like that, where they want you to scan your eye. And people are doing it. So think about it. How long will it take for this digital currency to come about? Rolling blackouts. We're not going to have stores open. So you're going to need to be prepping long term. How about war? We're closer to war than ever before, and some people say we're really in a war right now. So, is World War III closer than ever? Probably. Did you think the Ukraine war would last this long and there's no end in sight? Uh, you're going to need long-term preps, not just preps for 1 year. Look how long Ukraine has been going on now, well over a year. You're going to need long-term preps for more than a year. So what you have to do is say to yourself, I've been forewarned. I am going to do everything I can to prep and get ready. What's the other thing they're warning us about? Pandemics. They're saying there's going to be another pandemic. You can bet on it. And you can, because they're probably going to create one. But even if they don't create one, things in nature are happening. And they're throwing all kinds of hints about it. They talk about all of the different things, Ebola and everything else, and all these different viruses. So if a pandemic comes and they're going to try to make it worse than the last one if they can, you're not going to want to go out. You're going to want to be home, safe and sound. So you're going to want to be prepping. So that's what I can say. You've been forewarned. Prepping is the answer. Food, alternate energy if you can, ammo, some way to protect your food, your water, your medical, everything you need. I've done so many videos on how to prep. Just go back and look at them. And what prepping will do, it's going to buy you time. It'll buy you time till maybe you can get your garden going. Maybe until the central bank digital currency falls apart. It'll buy you time and it'll keep you safe from criminals. So you don't have to go to the grocery store where people will be looting and trying to steal things. And it could save your life. So you've been forewarned. Take heed. Please try to get ready now, because this is going to happen. I don't care what all the naysayers say, who say it's never happened before, it's not going to happen again. It is going to happen. You can count on it. And one thing is probably going to be leading over and bleeding over into something else. The rolling blackouts will cause food shortages. The World War III, of course, is going to cause probably electric grid failures and food shortages. So everything is connected. So please get ready. Leave us a comment if you have any ideas on how to prep, how to get money for prepping, anything that you really think we should be prepping. If there's something that you say you've never thought about before and now you need to prep for it, let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.